When we think of the Queen, we think of her beautiful family and, of course, her royal pups.
Mother, daughter.
We're taking a look at the royal history of the Queen's Corgis.
The Queen loves Corgis. She's had Corgis her whole life, and they are very much associated with the British family.
She's had 30 to be exact. The Queen received her first pup when she was just 7, a Pembroke Welsh Corgi she named Dookie. And while a few have had pretty standard titles like Monty and Susan, there's been a handful with names of the more saucy variety, like Candy, Sugar, and Honey. The royal dogs have traveled the world with her. She even snuck one on her honeymoon. They played a starring role alongside James Bond in the 2012 Olympic opening ceremonies.
Good evening, Mr. Bond.
Good evening, Your Majesty.
They have the run of the castle. Heck, they eat meals fit for a king. The royal pups are reportedly served everything from beef to rabbit, which is whipped up by a gourmet chef and basically served to them on a silver platter.
And the bowls are leftovers from the palace kitchens, I presume. You know, a battered silver dish here and a cracked piece of porcelain there.
But don't get in their way or you might get nipped.
And I've seen the way the Corgis get told off when they're in trouble, so, I don't want to go there.
A policeman, the royal clockwinder, and a chauffeur can attest to that.
The Queen of England is one of my clients. The specific problem that I went to attend to with her was her Corgis. At the time she had 9, were fighting.
According to dog psychologist Roger Mugford, the Queen's Corgis were in the royal doghouse during the time of Prince Charles and Princess Diana's divorce.
There are a number of fights
Between
the dogs, particularly when you're distracted by the affairs of state and other things going on within the family, as they were at that time.
But while the royal canines haven't always earned themselves the best reputation, there's been at least one person they've fallen head over paws for.
For the last 33 years being barked at, this one walks in absolutely nothing.
Just laying on my feet during tea. It was very sweet.
And it's just like, oh.
Sadly, the Queen's last Corgi, Willow, died in April. She was a descendant of Susan. Remember the pup Elizabeth sneaked on her honeymoon?
They don't mind being parked with other people. I mean, I've got a wonderful lady at Windsor who keeps them when I'm away.
Willow was believed to be part of the 14th generation in the line, and her death marked the end of an era for the Queen, who reportedly stopped breeding Corgis after her mother's death in 2002.
So that's Emma, Lynette. That's mother, daughter.
The Queen is getting up there in age herself, and it said she doesn't want to leave any young dog behind. But never fear, the palace is not without canines. The Queen still has 2 dorgies, Vulcan and Candy, otherwise known as Corgi Dachshund mixes. We want to know, what do you think of the 4-legged royals? And what would you name the next royal dorgie?